So we're from Tauranga, Te Puke, Bay of Plenty, New Zealand. That's our... and been there since 1930. Here it is, Puketapu. So this is the quiet little sanctuary. The builders in there getting this job done. This is your downtime and it's beside the sea, and I like the water, I like being around the sea, always have been. But it's just an opportunity to sit down and enjoy a bit of peace and quiet. We take our jobs seriously, but we don't take ourselves seriously. I think that's key to it, is making sure everything's about having fun. And yet the mixture of doing your job properly and a bit of levity, a bit of fun around it, I think is a good balance. Otherwise it's, So I've got a great coaching group, and I mean, I think the whole blues environment is around having fun, and so it's always good to, you can show your lighter side every so often and not get judged. What's important is what happens next, our focus moving forward, and there's a real keen focus to keep winning. And I think the boys understand now what it takes to win, and I think we just keep driving that, driving the desire to win and to become better. So what it was, and we just want to make sure that it keeps moving forward. And I think there's a real great energy and desire within the playing group and coaching group and the whole club to nail it down. I think we can do it in a relaxed manner without stressing or fretting about what ifs. I think we can just nail down certain things. We know if we do well, will get us there. Hey Popo, you're a good dog, aren't you? Sit. Oh, that's good. Tell me a story. Shake hands. Good. Thank you. I see native plantings everywhere and planted trees, deciduous trees as well, pine trees all around the place. This is the airstrip here. Ready, boys? Woo! And lift off! Pine trees in here, and do bird counts out here, quite often native bird counts, and we do pretty well. The deer have been going up and down there, you can see. I know you boys like a bit of an adventure, you'd be disappointed if there wasn't one. A little bit of black stuff's fine. Coming back to what you said, yeah, immensely proud that we actually, I think probably the proudest moment of the season was the Thursday of the final, when we trained and everyone, you could feel there was a bit of a nervous energy. How much do we need to do? Are we ready? Are we right? And the players finished training, and we called it short. We didn't stay out there for as long as we'd planned to, because I felt it was good. And the players looked around and wanted to see if the coaches had something else to say, and we just said, no, you've got this. And the players turned in, spoke with themselves, finished with themselves. And I think that's great if you can finish training without a coach coming at the end and trying to round things up. The players have got it, and they were taking ownership and they were taking responsibility. That was an awesome feeling. And then from there, went to captain's run, then went to the game, and then from kickoff all the way through, just enjoying what we were doing, piling pressure on, scoring points, going back to score points again. Yeah, it was just nice to see things come off, things that you worked hard at, and the players adhered to and did it together. There's a bit of heat on in there. I'm not quite sure where it starts, but there's a couple of them, and it picks up a lot of current here because there's natural springs, and they just come out of the hills only about 1 kilometre up the river, and then the flow really accelerates, and it's used
canoe enthusiast because this is one of the only accesses you can get down to the river. This is all big old rocks and you can feel the mana down here. And so we'd come down in the middle of the day because that's when the sun comes right down, and we'd swim. Every year we'd come down and swim. Unfortunately, this log's got washed down from up top, and you just get in here, then we'd just have a small barbecue and we'd light that up. And when you can sit out on the moss and the rocks here, you can stay there for 2 or 3 hours and just enjoy it. Passage à l'homme. So this is your...
A l'homme meaning like...
Man. So this is what would you call anybody that comes to the farm. This is your rite of passage is to swim in this river. Woo! Getting off the bus and walking through the supporters and hearing the words of support and encouragement. Yeah, it's a real connection. Yeah, it was great, and I think the players enjoyed it. A little bit apprehensive at the start to see how it would be received, and it became better and better, and I could feel the energy. I think it's great. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how far it goes and gets picked up. You know, hopefully there's going to be brass bands, and then there's going to be a passionate group of fans that call themselves something else, like the Blue Devils or something like that. I don't know, but it'll be nice to see that grow, and then feel it walking in, but then have it in the stand when they get up there during the game as well. So that blue everywhere and pushing behind the boys is just outstanding. And like I know that everybody that supported the Blues were proud of the performances they put in, the result they got, and they'll be back, I'm sure, and hopefully they can bring some friends with them and join us on the mile. Have a long drop, so when you hit the bottom, the flies usually come up. Come on, have a look.
Oh mate, she's not a long drop.
How good is that? I think we'll start ahead of where we were. You know, I think because of what we've lived through and been through, and how we behave and take our sport, you know, seriously, but have fun at the same time. So we're just about ready to let the handbrake off and get stuck in. So a lot of preparation, a lot of rugby. Been watching a lot of rugby and watching, you know, players involved with the All Blacks and players coming back from injury, and it's a constant living document around every individual and where they're at, and now it's time to just sort of open the doors and get everybody in. And we had a bit of a get together a couple of weeks ago, and it was a great buzz. Good to see everybody, and some guys are on needing regen time, and some guys are in the gym and trying to get bigger and stronger, and some guys are trying to get faster, and some are trying to, you know, do what they have to do to become good Blues men.